Okay, let's think about some phrases. Let's have a little fun with it while we're doing it. The first phrase up is if you can't change the people around you, change the people around you. That's kind of slick. That's kind of cool the way they put that, right? And we know what they mean. No matter, we may have friends for whatever reason. We try to change them. Maybe we're in the wrong for trying to change them, or we may be in the right from trying to change them. And I guess here they're not talking. They're trying to make the person better in a sense. And so you're trying to change it, but they just won't change. So what do you have to do? You have to change the people around you. You have to get a new set of friends. And now, caution though, you don't want everybody around you to think just like you do, to feel just like you do. No, you want a variety of people around you because sometimes our thinking can be a little over there, a little bit over there, or whatever the case may be. And somebody that we associate with, call a good friend, or whatever the case may be, a relative, they say, no, I think you're kind of missing that. Have you ever thought about it this way? So that's just a little caution of changing the people around you. Make sure you change the people around you for the right reasons. And before I go to the next phrase, make sure you give the video a thumbs up, drop a comment, and most of all, subscribe to the channel. Now, the next one states, no chasing people, forcing them to like you, asking for closure, over explaining yourself, and trying to prove your worth. Accept it, move on, stay devoted to your journey. What's meant to be will be. Have you ever seen someone like this? I hope none of us are like this. But if we are, hey, this may be something that we can work on. People chasing people, trying to force them to like you. I feel like if somebody don't like you, they don't like you. Now, if you're doing something wrong that you can change, then yes, by all means, change. And sometimes, people say, well, I need closure, or they want an apology. And I'm not one to want somebody to apologize to me because if they're forced to apologize to you, do they really mean it anyway? And then sometimes the way they say it, you hear people say, well, they didn't really mean it, right? They didn't really mean it. Look how they said it. So that's why I'm like, I'm good. I don't need any closure from that standpoint or really any standpoint to a certain extent. Now the next one is over explaining yourself. No, I'm not gonna over explain myself. Now if I have did something wrong or felt like I did something wrong, I will come and explain the situation. But I'm not trying to over explain myself in this case, but trying to have you to befriend me. No, I'm not doing that. Or the next part of it say trying to prove your worth. I'm not gonna try to prove my worth to you by doing certain things to you, acting a certain way towards you, trying to always be in your face. No, I don't have time for that. Unlike the latter part of this states, I'm going to accept it, move on, stay devoted to your journey, or in this case, my journey. But now the last little part in here say what's meant to be will be. I don't, believe in that all the way. I understand what they're trying to say. But sometimes if you need something to be a certain way, you got to make sure you're doing certain things to make that part come true. And if you're failing and while you're not succeeding trying to do it, that's okay. But just don't say because you failed or you didn't succeed, say, well, what's meant to be will be. No, let's just try to do better. Now, the next one. Man only likes to count his troubles, he doesn't calculate his happiness. And yeah, how do you all feel about this one? That's true. We do have the phrase also, hey, count your blessings. Learn how to count your blessings. Because the negative stuff, seems to always sometimes linger longer than the positive stuff. Sometimes the positive stuff, things in our life, we tend to take for granted. Not all of us. I'm not painting with a broad brush. So not all of us. But sometimes those things, those negative things, can just stick with us longer. How do you all feel about that? Once again, drop a comment, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and remember, old pine matters sometimes.